I'm leaving Canada. That's what I hear a lot of new Canadian immigrants say. I am out and about talking to people all the time, and I've been hearing that more and more. Good morning, and welcome to another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are a long-time viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Martin, and I'll be your host today. I started thinking about this topic because I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, actually, who works at a Shell gas station. He's from India, and he was saying that he can't find long-term work or full-time work here in Canada. He and his wife have been here for, I think he said 8 months or 9 months, and he's only working 3 days a week, and he just can't make a go of it. And then I started looking online and saw some information on there. Plus, a lot of YouTube videos are showing a lot of new Canadians who have come here, and they're saying the same thing, that Canada is not what it was marketed to be. There's a gentleman who has a website, and he talks about this. It's kind of interesting because he uses the analogy that Canada is still marketed as a 5-star hotel, when in reality it's maybe a 3-star hotel at best. You know, a lot of these folks over in India and other countries, maybe some Asian countries, you know, they're not making that much money there, but they're highly educated, so they come to Canada, and they hear that this is the land of milk and honey. And sadly, it may have been years ago, decades ago, but it's not anymore. And maybe the government will change and things will get better, but I don't know. I was just looking at some statistics here, and I've got a couple things written down, and it says almost 8 in 10, 79%, of newcomers say that Canada has been worse than expected as a place that gives affordable housing. So yeah, you can see that. I mean, I remember distinctly when the prices here in Edmonton, in my city, increased. I bought a house, my wife and I bought a house in 2004, and we didn't do anything with it, and it doubled in price between 2004 and 2007, and we ended up selling it. But wow, I could just see the prices going up every month, and they've never really gone down. They've gone up since then. I know people who just recently bought a house, and they had to put more money down than what was what the owners were asking for, and the house was great, but it had a lot of issues because it was a rental property. And there were 6-7 people bidding on this house. So wow, it's very difficult. And then you've got cities like Vancouver and Toronto, where the average price of a home is sky high compared to the rest of the country. Economic immigrants often leave due to unmet job expectations, limited career growth, or challenges in adapting to local economies. So yeah, it's you know, they come here. Fortunately for a lot of them, they have family to go back home to. You know, they've maybe only been here for less than a year or so to try it out, and they just see that they can't make it. It's not what they thought. So you've got people, I mean, I've been in a taxi cab, and maybe some of you have, or an Uber, where you're talking to the driver, and back in his country, he was, you know, a medical professional, or he was a professional, an engineer or something. But when you come here to Canada, that you have to start all over again practically. So they're driving, they're driving a cab, or they're doing different things to make ends meet. They got to pay the bills somehow. So yeah, I'm leaving Canada. That's what I hear a lot. And then I talk to them a little bit, get into conversations. As you can probably tell, I'm not the kind of person who shies away from conversation. So if I see somebody in a role, I ask them, hey, how long have you been here in Canada? And quite often they'll say, oh, I've been here a year and a half, but things aren't working out. So we're going to be heading back home. And then YouTube channels. You just go on YouTube and you talk about, or you type in leaving Canada or people leaving Canada, and you'll see a lot of that as well. So let me know in the comments, how is it for you folks in your countries? Whether you're in the US or other provinces, maybe in the UK, maybe in Australia, South Africa, some of the different countries where people go to. So I don't know. But I say it's not like it was before. Like I say, I remember back many years ago, you could have a apartment, a job that didn't pay that much. You could buy groceries. You could have maybe an older car that's paid off, and you could get by. But it is difficult nowadays. So I'm not leaving Canada anytime soon. But as we get closer to retirement, it would be nice to go someplace warm, whether that's Mexico or someplace to spend the winters. Someplace where our Canadian dollar will go a little farther. So anyway, folks, just wanted to put out a quick video and see what's in the comments, because you just never know. We have to come up with ideas. I've heard some folks mention here to me about the Philippines, about they're moving to the Philippines. Their cost of living, is so much lower there, and they can have a good life in a warm climate. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.